You have a plan, but you're still not following through. And you've been maybe flogging yourself, thinking. You may even think there's something wrong with you. And that's not necessarily the case. There's nothing wrong with your plan, even. What's wrong is in the way that you plan. And so, even many coaches are using fairly dated planning technique that have very little evidence or anything to do with the brain. So how does this work from a neuroscience perspective? The brain likes to have specificity. It also likes to have certainty, but if we focus on specificity right now, is that you need to make sure that the plan is not some vague smart gold concept where you're just focused on the outcome. That there's nothing wrong with focusing on the outcome, by the way. I've been teaching NLP around the world for almost 20 years in places like here on Bali and Portugal and Mexico, Amsterdam and the United States. And I always say, it's not just about the outcome, which needs to be, of course, stated in the positive, something that you're going to do, something that has a appropriate chunk size. It's doable. It's what you really want. That's something that a lot of us are already getting wrong. That we don't even know how to imagine the outcome. In NLP, we call that future pacing. You see what you would see, hear what you would hear, you feel what you would feel, and you prime the brain for that outcome. But then we may still not feel that push. We're still dealing with the specificity that the brain is actually after. So what's the question you then ask is to go, what specifically is the next step that's right in front of me? And you could even associate into completing that step instead rather than the whole outcome, to see what you would see, to hear what you would hear, to feel what you would feel, having completed that step. And then you push towards yourself towards that step. And then you visualize the next step. And you push towards yourself towards the next step. And then you start using your brain in your best benefit to work in the most optimal way.